Hello everyone, this is Ashish Sani from Innovate Yourself. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am back again with a very interesting topic for you guys to learn and understand in your Flask Web Framework, and in today's session you will learn all about the HTTPS methods that are available for the web pages, right, which is World Wide Web, right? So this is what exactly we are going to learn. So like in the last session we have already seen how to call the web pages directly into your Flask Web Framework, and you don't have to write the code now. So instead of writing that code into the coding session, or let's say into the script where you're writing the Python code, instead of doing that part now, what you can do is you can separately write a code into the HTML file and you can directly call it, right? So this is what exactly we have done in the last session, but in the today's session I'm going to expand it more, and in that expansion what I'm going to tell you is like how you can write the multiple line of code, or let's say how you can add the multiple HTML tags into that HTML web page so that you can further use it in a very different way, right? So from here what you will get is you will get a very basic idea like how you can create your own login page and you can further use it in whatever way you want to use it, right? So this is all that we are going to learn. So let's not waste time and let's get started. Okay, so let's start. So in the last session, like you can see here, we have already created one application, and in that application I was actually calling this web page which I have created here, and instead of writing the code into the program, now what I can do is I can directly call it and I will be able to see whatever I have add into this HTML page, right? So this is what exactly we were doing. Now in this session what exactly we have to do is we have to append some more things into this, but before starting let me just tell you like what exactly we are going to do, right? So in that case what we have to do is like what I want to do is I want to create a web page, and on that web page I will be adding one text box, and into that text box you can enter any text, right? And after entering that text I will be clicking on one button, and that button will be like a submit button. So when you will click on that button it will redirect you to some page and it will display you some message, right? Let's say I'm going to enter some text, and with respect to that text I will be able to further display some message to you, so that it will be really helpful for you to further get that data and to further use it in whatever way you want to use it, right? So this is all about that. So let's get started and let's see how we will do that part, right? So for that let me just create the web page first, so that we can directly connect this web page to the web application which I have already created in the last session, right? So for that let me just add some text into this. So what I have to add is I have to add, let's say, one paragraph I want to add, and after this I want to take the input from the user, right? So I am having this input, right? And inside this input I will specify the type of it, like what type of values it will contain. So it will contain the text type of a data, right? And accordingly I'm going to give it a name, and let's say I'm going to give it a name as name, right? So this is not, let's not take name, let's take it as uname, right? So it will be more clear to us, right? So this is what exactly I'm doing. Now after that what I have to do, I have to just close this. So I'm done with this, and accordingly I'm also closing this paragraph, right? So this is what I'm doing, and after that I have to add one button, so that when I will click on that button it will redirect you to some different page, and while redirecting it will collect the data whatever you will enter inside this input text, right? So this is what exactly I want to do. So let me just add another thing over here. So in here it will be input and it will be a submit type, right? So this is what I'm doing, and the value for this will be, and the value will be like submit. So this is what I'm going to do, right? So I'm done with this. Also it will create a very basic page for you. So if in case I will open it up and let's see what you will get in the output, right? So you can see this is how you will be able to see the web page, right? So this is all about that. So let's just close it and let's go back. Okay, it is showing S, so just remove this part, right? So now I'm done with this part, and you can see I have created this web page. Now it's time to call it into the Flask web application, and we will accordingly fetch the data from this position, right? So this is what I have to do. So to do that part, what I have to do is I have to create a new let's say new function by using this decorator, which I will be calling with respect to this, right? So let's give it a name as fetch underscore data, right? Because I want to collect the data from here, right? And similarly give it a name right. So this is what I have given, and now it's not like I only have to pass this value. Along with that, I have to pass some methods for it, right? So what will be that methods? So let me just tell you what can be the methods, and the method can be the post and get method, right? So what is this post and what is this get? So let me explain you that part, right? So similarly, there are different methods which are the HTTPS methods that you are having in your www websites, right? So in that case, the most commonly used ones are the post and the get one. So get is actually used when you want to send data in the unencrypted form to the server. So in that case we are going to use it, right? So we can directly send the data in that form. And similarly, post is used to send HTML form data to the server. So if in case you want to send some data and that is in the form of HTML part, so in that case we are actually going to use this post method, and it will be able to transmit the data, right? So this is how we can post the data onto the server, and data received by the post method is not cached by the server. So in short, you can say like whatever data you are going to post, it will not be cached anywhere, right? So this is how we are going to use the post and get method. And in the today's scenario, whatever we are doing in this case, we can get any type of a method. It can be a post method, it can be a get method. So as per that, what I have to do is I have to put the condition as per the methods, right? So whatever will be the method, I'm going to put a condition as per that, right? So for that, just simply type if request dot method equal to, and that will be, let's say, post. Then what you have to do now, you must be thinking like, what is this request? Because we are not calling it, so we have to call it from the Flask application, right? So it will be added at this end, right? And when you're going to post this, or let's say when you will get the method as post method, what exactly I have to do? I have to collect the data. So I'm going to fetch that value, and I'm going to store it into the variable, and for that I'm going to store it inside this variable name, whatever I'm taking over here, right? So after that, just write request dot form, because it's a kind of a form, right? So that I have to put the form, and from that form what I have to collect, I have to collect the value for my input data, and which is a text type. So I am going to identify it with the name which I have specified over here. So I have to copy this name and I have to paste it in here, right? So this is how I'm going to collect the value. So when you will be having this value, after that what you have to do, you have to collect this data and you have to further redirect it to some different web page, right? So this is what exactly we have to do, right? So for that, let me just make another application for that as well, right? So let's give it a name as let's say success, right? So I'm going to give it a name as success, and instead of writing this, just pass this h1. Similarly, pass in here okay. So this is what exactly I want to do. And one more thing, let's change the name, just give it a name as success, right? Now I have to redirect it to this particular function which I have created. So for that, just return it, right? So return it and redirect, and I have to call the redirect as well as I have to call the URL for. So I have to call both of it, and accordingly just specify the name, whatever name you want to call. So I want to call this success, and also I have to specify the value for it, and the value over here I have to pass for name, and that value will be this user which I'm collecting from this particular form, right? So now let's just call both of these, right? So redirect, okay, not like this, I have to call it from here only, right? And also URL for, just remove this line, right? So this is how I am going to collect the data if in case the method is post method. So if in case the method is post, then it's okay, then you can do it in this way. But if in case that method is a get method, then I have to pass something else, and that will be like, let me just enter it, right? So let me just copy this and paste it again, and so it will be like args dot get, and here I'd have to pass the normal brackets, not the square brackets, right? So this is what exactly I have to do, and by using this part you will be able to further call it, and you can further collect the values from this, right? So this is how exactly we can do it. And this time you can see I'm not calling it from the home page, instead I'm calling it from this fetch data. So just copy this name and paste it here, right? So this is how I can just change it, right? So this is how I'm doing this part, and when you will enter some text and when you will press the submit button, it will redirect you to this page, and it will return a message in this form like hello, whatever value you will pass. So this is how you will be able to do it. Now let's run this and let's see whether everything is working fine or I have to make some changes, right? So let's check that part. So let's run this. Okay, so I guess everything is working fine, so run it. Okay, so it will not work in this page, right? So just check for this page. Okay, so it's not working. So what is the reason for this? So let's just check that part, right? So let's go back, and it is showing you the error on this line, redirect this. Okay, no problem. Let's check that part. So the problem is in here, URL for success name, everything is okay, everything is okay, and where we are doing wrong. Okay, so I need to pass some method over here, and that method will be the post method, right? So just save it and try it again, right? Okay, again it's not working, no problem, let's check it again. So the problem is in here, right? Okay, so I think I know what is the problem. Okay, so the thing is that we have to call this web page first. So let's do one thing, let's call it from here, right? And after that what will happen is it will redirect you to this particular API, just because when it will redirect you to this API, then only you will be able to collect the data, right? Because we will assume that while we are just sending it to this particular API, at that time it will be having some value from this particular text which we have created here, right? So as per that it will be able to collect the data, and it will be able to further display you the output as per that, right? So for that, let's do one thing, let's save it, and instead of calling this directly, so just pass home page, press enter, right? So you can see you have got the output. Now it's time to check that whether it's working or not. Let's say I'm writing Ashish. See, you can see this is the way how we can just collect the data, and we can accordingly display the output as per that, right? Now let's go back and let's just pass innovate yourself, right? Now run it again, right? So this is the way how you can collect the value and you can further display the value, right? So this is the way how we have already added one link as well, right? So this is all about that, and I hope everything is clear to you. But still, if you are having any kind of a difficulties in the topic, then you can definitely leave a comment below in the comment section, so I will try to resolve it as soon as possible, right? And if you have liked this video, then you can click on the like button, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, then do click on the subscribe button so that you do not miss any kind of a videos from my side. Till then, bye bye and happy learning.